Hello everyone, welcome back to freepilotgroundschool.ca. This is our third lesson on weather interpretation, the 22nd lesson in meteorology. Like we did in the previous two lessons, we're going to look at a complex weather system and interpret what is going on by reference to the graphical area forecast, the TAF, and the METAR. So our story today starts on February 27th at 12 Zulu. As we discussed in the previous lessons, the top clouds and weather GFAs are the ones that are taken half an hour prior to the validity time. So it starts at 12 Zulu. That means that this GFA was issued at 11:30. Then 12 hours later, 28th at 0 Zulu, issued at 23:30. And then one on the 28th at 12 Zulu, issued at 11:30. Below is the clouds and weather Those are the ones that were issued 12 hours prior for the time stated at the top. So let's get started. So here we have a beautiful day, February 27th at 12 Zulu in the Maritime Provinces. Of course, it's gusty winds in Halifax. We'll just take a look here. 080 at 13 gust 18, 15 statute miles, broken at 1,200 feet, overcast at 5,100 feet. Temperature -2, dew point -3. If we take a look at the GFA here, let's see. Okay, in this area, it says local 3/4 of a mile and mist, ceilings 200 AGL over Maritimes. If we look here, okay, it says broken layers at 12,000, tops at 18,000. Another broken layer at 3,000, topped at 8,000, plus 6 miles, patchy, 2 statute miles, light snow. Then there's a comment there in area B. We can see down here. Take a look. There's green. So we'll just take a look here where it says B in comments. So it's overcast, tops at 20,000. So 1,000 feet are the bases of the overcast layer, tops at 20,000. So that's a really thick layer. 3 to 6 miles in light rain and mist, patchy ceilings, 4 to 800 feet AGL, occasional altocumulocastulatus. Tops 22,000, giving 2 miles light light rain showers, mist, and ceilings at 200 AGL. If we move here, this is Sydney, Nova Scotia, and same kind of weather, overcast at 1,100 feet. Moving up to St. John's, Newfoundland, YYT. So we look there, and in that region, right, I'll call it right here. So let's just take a look. So what is it saying? It is saying broken at 3,000, tops at 5,000, plus 6 miles visibility, patchy ceilings 1,500 AGL, local 2 statute miles, light snow ceiling 600 AGL. So over here, if we look at our METAR, here we have the light snow they're talking about and 1,000-foot overcast clouds. If we go to St. Anthony up here, YAY, let's take a look at that area. It looks generally good. If we look here, there, isolated towering cumulus, tops at 8,000. It's 3/4 of a mile and light snow showers, ceilings. It's kind of hard to read. 700 feet, I think, over Labrador Sea, eastern waters. If we look at the METAR, it's light winds, 9 knots only, overcast 4,200, so it's pretty good. Right here in this region here, we have some freezing drizzle. It's forecasting some freezing drizzle. And then here, Havre-Saint-Pierre, which is right there. Okay. If we look at that, that's pretty much the same as we see. And it's a lot of localized weather here. It's difficult in the Maritimes to make an accurate prediction of what the weather is going to be like at each coastal region. So you'll see a lot of variability. The GFA will kind of give you a worst case scenario. So if we look here, over in the vicinity of the Gulf of St. Lawrence, local 2 miles in mist, ceilings, 600 AGL, tops to 1,500. But if we look at Havre-Saint-Pierre, well, it's 9 miles, clear skies, temperature -20. So it's good weather there. Let's move over here to the icing, turbulence, and freezing level. We see over here, and this was issued 12 hours ago. So this is what they are expecting. And then right here, if we look at this line, this is the altitude of the freezing level here is at the surface. And let's take a look. That's kind of the important one right there. That's going to be localized moderate icing, surface to 3,000, mixed due to local freezing drizzle. So that local freezing drizzle is related to this right here. Okay, so they're saying when in all these areas. So what a difference 12 hours makes. This is on February 28th, a midnight Zulu. So this frontal system that we can see here, cold front, okay, catching up to this warm front, has solidly impacted the maritime regions. Okay, so let's start with Halifax because it's easiest. So let's look at this area. Let's go right here. Let's just take a look at that. So patchy, 2 statute miles, light drizzle, mist, ceilings 400 AGL. And except southern sections, I think it says at light snow, freezing drizzle, mist over northern sections. Sorry. And so Halifax at this time, so here gusting to 31 knots, it's 1.5 miles visibility in light rain and mist, overcast 500 feet. So here, this is the strong winds associated with this cold front and then the low ceilings as well. Let's move over to Sydney, YQY, and let's look at what some of the weather is here in this advancing winter warm front. So this is February, it's winter time, and let's look here. So it has there's too much to talk about, there's too much clutter, so they put it over here. And what does that say? 2 to 6 miles, light freezing rain, light rain, ice pellets, light snow pellets, mist, and patchy ceilings 9 to 1,500 feet. So we compare that to what's actually going on. Well, look at that, 43 knots of wind. Look at how close those isobars are together. 1.5 miles in light snow pellets, blowing snow, overcast at 700 feet. So yeah, that's pretty much what the GFA says. It's miserable. They got the full brunt of the storm with freezing rain and ice pellets here. Let's move on, see what the weather's like in St. John's. Okay, so here in St. John's, broken, bases at 3,000, tops at 5,000 plus 6 miles. Patchy ceilings at 15 AGL, local 2 miles, light snow. Ceilings, I think that's 600 AGL. And then if we compare that with the Metar, here they're calling 1,400 feet overcast. Okay, so those patchy ceilings at 1,500 AGL, here it is overcast 1,400 feet, but it's still relatively good weather. The wind's not too strong, you have good visibility, it's just, moderately low ceiling, marginal VFR, but not absolutely terrible. Now let's look at the top here, this area, St. Anthony, okay, and it says sky clear, look at that, sky clear, plus 6 miles, local 3 miles, visibility, and then sure enough, 9 miles clear. It's good weather up there. And let's look at Havre Saint Pierre. I think that's how to pronounce it. I'm not francophone, unfortunately, but right there. And let's look at what it says. So it says broken layers. So I'm looking right here. Broken layers, bases at 10,000, tops at 20,000, scattered 3 to 5,000, local 6 miles, light snow, ceilings 1,000 feet AGL. So here, if we look up here, 9 miles, overcast, 11,000 feet. So that works out to this broken layer here. That's what they're forecasting as well. And let's look at the TAF here. So at Midnight Zulu in Torbay or at St. John's, Midnight Zulu. So we'll work our way through 28 down here. Here we go. From 28,000 Zulu, wind 060 at 12, plus 6 miles, few at 700. So we compare that here. Well, we don't have that yet. Broken at 1,500, and here it's broken at 1,400 on the actual. So it's pretty similar. And then they're just saying the winds, if we look down here on the TAF, the winds are going to pick up. You're going to get light snow, and the winds keep picking up to 3/4 of a mile. Okay, this is the last weather display, or the last GFA that we have for this exercise. This is now the 28th, 12 Zulu. So now 24 hours has passed since we looked at this at first. And the weather system is pretty much cleared out. Let's look at here. This is Halifax. Halifax is gusting 25 knots of wind. In that area, it's broken cumulus cloud, base at 3,000, tops 6,000, plus 6 miles. Occasional towering cumulus, tops at 8,000. 1 to 3 statute miles in light snow, ceilings 1,500 AGL. And so if we compare that to Halifax here, the actual, what's it actually doing? So yeah, it has light snow broken at 2,800 feet. So that works out to the same as this level that they're talking about right there, and then broken at 7,000 feet as well. If we look at Sydney right here, okay, and that weather that is displayed here. So the trowel has moved through. They're calling overcast at 2,000 feet, tops at 5,000. Patchy 2 to 4 miles in light drizzle, light snow, mist. Ceilings 5 to 1,000 feet AGL. And so if we look at the Metar, the winds are still a bit gusty, notice, and there's still light snow, but it's few and scattered and broken clouds. So the clouds are there, but it's not, that ceiling is not there in Sydney. Let's look at St. John's, right? So St. John's right here. So we can take a look at this area right here. Okay. Read what that says. Patchy ceilings 5 to 1,200 AGL. Isolated altocumulus castellanus, tops at 22,000, 1/4 miles, and snow showers, blowing snow, ceiling of 400. And yeah, sure enough, look up here. That's pretty much what they're calling. So gusty winds to 30 knots, 1/2 mile in snow, blowing snow on the ceiling is 400 feet of vertical visibility. So pretty much matches right up. We can also have, I believe this is Havre Saint Pierre, right here. Okay. We take a look at that weather in that area. It's talking about overcast skies at 3,000 feet, 3/4 of a mile to 3 mile and light snow. And then if we look over here, yeah, we have gusty winds, 3/4 of a mile, light snow, and vertical visibility 2,000 feet. So if we were to look up, because we have so much snow, we look up and all we can see is 2,000 feet up. If we move over to the icing turbulence freezing level on the right side, we can continue to see. So in the vicinity of this frontal region, let's say right here, let's just take a look there. There's lots of localized severe icing, surface to 4,000 feet, clear due to local freezing precipitation associated. And then over here, so where there's no freezing precipitation, they're still calling for a moderate mixed ice, 3,000 to 10,000. So pretty much what's in the cloud. And that kind of goes throughout this whole system. You can see that here. It just keeps telling you about moderate turbulence at low levels, moderate icing in cloud, that sort of thing. And then we look at our weather radar down here. We can see the system has mostly moved through the Maritimes. There is, let's see if I can find St. John's. Yeah, it's kind of obscured a bit, but you can see that most of the weather has now cleared away. And now you might be wondering, it's like, oh, why does it stop here? Well, that's the edge of the radar. Okay, so it's not like the weather actually stops there. There's probably still a bunch of crappy weather up here, but it's outside of the range of the radar. So you can see this is how the system has moved through this area. That concludes this lesson on weather interpretation. Our next lesson will be the review, the meteorology review. Thanks for joining me. I hope you have learned something that's practical and that you can apply and understand more about how weather works. We'll see you in the review.